What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the East Delaware Knights Team Builder Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today, we have an off season, and this off season just filled with all kinds of emotions. Most of them sad, because not only did we not complete the perfect season? Did we not win the national championship in the last episode? I'm still very upset about that. I'm still very upset about the way that we lost it. It was a disgusting performance. I just it eats at me. It really does eat at me. But we lost the national championship game. We did not complete the perfect season. We could not send out these seniors on the highest of high notes, back-to-back national champions and all that kind of stuff. But not only did we lose the national championship, but now we don't get to play with any of those guys anymore. Kenyon Garnett is gone. Dominic Kirks is gone. Langston Bowling is gone. Jarek Francis is gone. So many of these guys that we've known for these past 4 years are done, gone, off the team, headed to the NFL, hopefully. It's a sad, sad offseason. This is the most sad offseason we've ever had here in East Delaware. And I kind of just want to get it over with so we can move on to a new era, officially usher in a new era of East Delaware football with some of these new players that we will hopefully come to know and love. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me get there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Juice Club. But let's get into this, what basically feels like a funeral at this point. So here we are at the end of season recap, right where we left off at the end of last episode, at the tragedy that was losing 34-21 to Clemson. It wasn't even really that good of a game. 34-21, we got killed. We just did not look good at all. It was almost like we didn't even deserve to be on the same field as Clemson. So we lose to Dabo and Clemson. They take home the national championship. We had a great season until we played that game. It was really weird. Here are the All-Americans in case I have not done it already. I think I already have, but just in case I haven't. Here are the All-Americans for the national teams, and here are the All-Americans for the ACC. I have thrown out the option, the possibility that we move to the Big 12 after or during this offseason, because we've already won the ACC twice. So is there really any more reason to be in the ACC? I'm not 100% sure. I want to get some new competition in here, some new blood. So we might move conferences again. We've already moved from the American to the ACC. Here are the final stats, what everybody officially finishes with. And we will take a look once we get to the players leaving screen. We will take a look at career numbers for some of our guys, our legendary players like Kenyon Garnett. And Applewhite, he was a fine quarterback. He's not Kenyon Garnett, so that kind of hurts him. It's not his fault. He's just not Kenyon Garnett. So these are the final numbers for those guys. Greg Ard was a fantastic running back for us. Should have won the Heisman, was robbed of it. Cameron Poe was a great player. He's gone as well. The Dragon Warrior has been a fantastic running back for me. Xavier Johnson was a tremendous one-year rental, filling that Keelan Rounds role. He was great. Deion Buck was really good. Greg Ard was fantastic. Micah Cypress was great. Marquis Springs was great. And then defensively, Cam Pruitt with 92 tackles to wrap up the year. Jeremiah Wolf was great as well. There's a world where Cam Pruitt comes back. I don't know, but there's a world. DJ Pickett was a fantastic corner for us. The tackle for loss leader was Jarek Francis. He had a great season. Like, he had been slowly building up. As a freshman and sophomore, he was good, but he wasn't like fantastic. But then as a junior and a senior, he was unbelievable. Dominic Kirks was great as well. Langston Bowling had a really good senior season. Kirks led the team in sacks with 10.5, 9 for Jarek Francis. And then interceptions, Pruitt had 5 because he just camped out in the middle of the field and they threw it to him all the time. Pickett had 5. Henley had 3, which is very promising. Jeremiah Wolf had 3. Peyton Morgan, unfortunately, had 3. And then Manny Williams also had 2. So some good numbers. I went 4 for 5 on field goals with Bentley Richmond. And then punting was fine. No kick return touchdowns this year, surprisingly. And then no punt return touchdowns this year. So those are our full season numbers after every game has been played. That's what the numbers look like. Let's move on to the offseason so we can get to the we can get to the players leaving. We can take a look at the career numbers. So here are the players leaving. It's a sad day, man. It's going to be our whole team, I think. We have one guy transferring due to playing time, and that is Cole Welliver. And you know what? I'm not really that mad at it. So let's get to everything. So Cole Welliver is transferring. Kenyon Garnett, unfortunately, is going to graduate. I'm not getting a look at the NFL. I feel like that's a little disrespectful, but they're not going to look at him for the NFL. Maybe he'll get drafted. Who knows? Cameron Poe graduating. Darrell Truman graduating at wide receiver. That's FIU. Didn't mean to hit that. Micah Cypress, Brendan McQueen, and Xavier Johnson both are all graduating. Brendan McQueen didn't play much. Xavier Johnson, obviously, Micah Cypress were big-time players, and Cypress was here since the beginning. Dantez Delgado graduates at tight end. CJ Williams at left tackle. Nobody left guard. Mason Chorak at center graduates. Isaiah Morrow, thank God, will graduate. He's injured every single play. And then Trey Lindsey also graduates. Nobody to the draft just yet. Caleb Cormier will graduate along with Dominic Kirks. Jarek Francis is a projected 7th-round pick along with Langston Bowling. Both projected 7th-round picks. That's a little disrespectful. I feel like we should have guys a little bit higher projected than that. Eric Etienne graduates. Marshawn Jefferson, Riley Pettijohn, he was a great transfer player. EJ Mims, Peyton Morgan, thank God. DJ Pickett, 2nd-round projection, and then no safeties, no kickers, no punters. It's a lot of players graduating. Not as many into the NFL as I would have probably preferred. I don't know. I feel like we should have a little bit more than that. Not the records. We need to go to the career numbers so we can take a look at the official numbers. So Kenyon Garnett will wrap up his career with 57 games played. He had 4,200 passing yards, 44 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. For a guy that has a nothing arm, I'd say that's a fairly good career passing. Rushing numbers, he will leave as the leading rusher in the career. Now, we don't know if he's the career leader over Shelton Lighton because I don't remember, but I think he is. 2,800 career rushing yards with 33 touchdowns is an insane number for a quarterback. 2,600 yards and 31 touchdowns for Cameron Poe. And then Greg Ard comes in with 2,500 and 36 touchdowns, and he might even come back next year. So these numbers could grow even higher, when they certainly would. But Kenyon Garnett, I'd have to check the record books for career rushing numbers. I don't know if he passed Shelton Light. He probably did, but I don't know for sure. Xavier Johnson's got 2,400 yards and 18 touchdowns, but only one of those was with us, one of those seasons with us. And the rest of these guys, we don't see a lot of career numbers for. 470 yards and 6 touchdowns for Cypress. Unfortunately, he just didn't get a lot of love, and that's more on me than it is on him. And then defensively, Riley Pettijohn put up fantastic numbers. DJ Pickett was great as well. Jeremiah Wolf is going to be right up there once he's done. Peyton Morgan, I hate him. Manny Williams. Let's take a look at the guys that really matter, though. Langston Bowling ends his career with 42 tackles for loss. Jarek Francis has 41. Cormier has 40. Dominic Kirks has 39. And then the sack leader is Cormier with 22. Francis has 20 in his career. Kirks has 17.5, and Bowling has 16.5. Interception numbers, Pickett with 9, Morgan with 6, unfortunately. I don't know how he got those. Pruitt has 5, Pettijohn with 4. So Pruitt never had a pick in his career until he got here, and he had 5 in one season. That's pretty crazy. But some of our legendary players will end their career with some big-time numbers. I need to take a look at... Oh, hold on. Did Cameron Poe had a kick return touchdown in his career, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. If we go to kick return, no, he didn't. He had 1,700 career kick return yards, but no kick return touchdowns. I could have sworn he did. I guess he didn't, obviously. But let me take a look at the record book real quick. The career numbers for rushing yards by an East Delaware player. Is it Shelton Lighton or is it... It's got to be one of our guys, right? No, it's Trevor Cobb for actual Rice. Okay. So unfortunately, we won't know unless I go back and take a look at last offseason and see what the career number was for Shelton Lighton. We won't know if he passed him or not. But it's a sad, sad day because we will see all of those guys leave, and I will let Cole Welliver leave because I just didn't really click with him anyway. I'm hoping that we get more guys drafted than just the guys that were projected. Sometimes that can happen. We'll see. Alani Reddick, we're number 1 on, which is good. He's reached his top 3. Our pro potential has gone down, which is a little annoying. I don't know how that's possible when guys literally got drafted to the pros. So we have DJ Pickett going round 2. Langston Bowling actually got taken a little bit higher. He got taken round 5. Francis got taken round 6, and Riley Pettijohn got taken round 7. So in our headcanon, we can say that Kenyon Garnett got taken, signed to an undrafted free agent deal, and some of the other guys as well. Because somebody's going to take a flyer on Kenyon Garnett. He's got too much athleticism to not even make a camp. But now the most important portal comes into play. So as we move into the offseason, we have 1350 in terms of amount of hours. And we're going to need all of those hours to try to get these last 5 stars to choose us. So we're going to obviously go full in on the hard sell, like we have been doing all this time. And we will hope. We can't do a visit because we already had him on campus. So I'm just hoping that we can stay ahead and win these last 5-star visits or 5-star recruits, because adding a few extra 5 stars at the buzzer would be huge for the class. And our pro potential went down to a B+, which is brutal. But it is what it is. And then John Toomer, we can thankfully get him on a visit, so that might help us actually win this one. Ooh, playing style is an F. That is not good. It is fair, though, because we don't really throw the football that much. So I'm not super shocked. That's going to hurt selling him, I think. It's not that good of a sell at all, but maybe we can we can win it. I don't know. I'll try. So there's the 3 5-stars we got on campus. Now let's take a look at this portal. First thing I want to do before we take a look at anything really is I'll take a look at any state first. But I want to take a look and see if there's no 5-stars in the portal. That's kind of crazy. I want to see if my guy is here. And I don't see him. I feel like he'd be a 5-star. I don't see him. I'm looking for Theo Graves. I don't think he's in the portal. I didn't think he would be in the portal, but I had to check. I just had to check. There's Cole Welliver. I wonder where he'll end up. There are a couple quarterbacks that are interested in this, though, which is interesting. But I don't see. I'll go by specific alphabetical order, whatever. See if there's any LSU quarterbacks. There's no LSU quarterbacks in the portal. I just had to check. I didn't think he would be in here because his deal breaker is proximity to home, but I just had to check. I really did. I had to know if he was here or not. So now that we know that he's not, we can move on. So I am going to add this Marquise Byler because I've talked about trying to find a quarterback that has the same kind of skill set as Garnett, where he can scramble for me. And look at this, Chris Denson, a guy that we just played in South Carolina Dynasty when he was on Clemson. He is in the portal for Pitt this time. That's kind of funny. Devin Gardner? Oh, Denzel Gardner. I wonder if he's related. Then a couple other quarterbacks here. Parker Brockle from Georgia as well. Maurice Ancu. I need to find a quarterback, if I can, that has the same kind of speed. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I also need to prioritize other positions. So let's go back to the top of the portal. Unfortunately, none of these guys really want me. This guy would, Deuce Knight, but unfortunately, pro potential is not good. I have an F pro potential at quarterback. I guess that makes sense. LeBron Bond? Oh, he doesn't want to come play for me? That's unfortunate. Nico Jones is a nice corner we could add. Ryan Sharp. Do we really need a safety? We have Jeremiah Wolf. I'll add him. Jason Dobbins is only a sophomore. Martin Jordan, we could add. Jordan Davison's elusive bruiser. I like his hair. That's an interesting one. Jordan Crawford, we definitely need more D tackles. We just lost 3 of them. And then we'll add this corner as well. We have one more spot left open. We do need a tight end, don't we? Ooh, Jeff Overton. That's an interesting one. I like that. We need a tight end. I need to take some guys off of this board that we're not going to really go into. So Dorian Devin, I'm going to keep on the board even though his playing time deal breaker is activated. He's going to just commit anyway because nobody else is even offering him. So we're going to keep him on the board. But all of these other high schoolers, where do I want to go with this? I'm going to take Damian Tandy off the board because I just don't want to get in that battle. Matt Doucette, he was pretty fast, wasn't he? 93 speed, 88 excel. I like Alani Reddick a little bit more. I'm going to take Matt Doucette off this board. And then James Gee, we're third on his board. Ugh, we do kind of need another defensive tackle, don't we? Especially a freshman defensive tackle. But can we get in this battle? I might stay in that just because there's a possibility we can get in on it. Frederick Mallory, I think there's a chance we could do something with this. Do I want him, though? Is that the question? 90 excel is kind of crazy. That speed could probably go up. But you know what? I'll probably keep him here. I like the look of Andres Funk a little bit, so I'll keep him. This Antoine Parker is another interesting one, though. I think I'll keep the guys that I have on here. So we have limited space on the portal, or on the board for portal guys. We have 2 spots left that we can add right now. And I need to add a guard and a tight end, probably. What kind of tight ends are we looking at here? The top tight end in the country is a blocker. Or not the top, the one that's interested in us. Then you've got Andrew Barker. You've got Brian Sternberger. All these guys are kind of trash. The recommended one's probably not bad. He's a 3-star. He's a physical route runner. Brett Locker. He's already number 1 on our board. We'll add him. Why not? And then a guard. We need to add a guard to the board. There is a guard. There's a couple of guards that like us. Kamani Bighill or Biggle. I guess we'll add him. We'll see how that does. And if I wanted to add another tight end to the board, I'd probably have to take another guy off this board, the portal board. I probably should take a quarterback. We don't need to bring in this many quarterbacks, do we? Let me scout what DeMarco has to offer before I take him off the board. Ooh, 88 speed, 96 throw power. Marco DeMarco is a crazy name as well. Oh, I kind of like that. What about Marquise Byler? 87 speed. Okay. He's also younger. Oh, what do we do here? What do we do here? I think I like these 2 guys better than I like this guy, Dorian Devon. Even though Dorian's got he's got some possibilities. Do I like him better than I like Andres Funk? I got to take one of these quarterbacks. I got too many quarterbacks on the board. We don't need to bring in this many quarterbacks. Do I like Andres Funk or do I like Doreen Devon? Surprisingly, I think I like Andres Funk better than I like Devon. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I think I like Funk better. So I'm going to take Devon off the board, even though we're pretty much guaranteed to get him anyway. I'm going to take him off this board so that I can free up a spot for another tight end that we would probably like to have. So let's go and find one. It'll probably be this Barker guy. Andrew Barker will be the other tight end that we bring in, or that we will try to bring in. So the quarterbacks, we've got Funk, we've got Byler, and we've got DeMarco. We'll see if we can get in on those two guys. But I'm going to go through now, and I'm going to put the rest of these 1,100 hours on all of the remaining people, and we will see if we can make any progress on them. This is a very important transfer portal. This really is going to help us move into the future. So hopefully I can hit on some of these guys. But I'll see you when I've got everybody associated with points and everybody's got things to do. And then we will start simulating through the offseason. Okay, so I have gone through and I have made the 111 hours or 1,100 hours go away. It didn't take that long to take away all those hours when you send 50 at everybody, basically. So I've divvied them up, and I'm hoping that the stuff that I've done is enough to get us a pretty solid portal class. So let's start simulating into the off-season recruiting weeks and figure out what kind of battles we are in for and who just straight up commits. Those last 3 high school 5-stars are going to be interesting. I have a feeling that it's going to take the entire 4 weeks to get them to commit, even though we are in the lead for one of them. Yeah, Vince Peters, Kiki Togiai, and John Toomer. I think are, well, John Toomer might commit, but these two recruiting battles, they might take the entire time. And I don't think there's anything else I can do. I'm already hard selling. I'm already doing everything I can on these guys. We might just lose them. Well, we might get Peters, but we might just lose Togiai. Who knows? But John Toomer, we have jumped into the lead over Florida. They took their scholarship off of him. Very interesting. And we got a week 3 visit for John Toomer, so that should hopefully help us out a little bit. Everybody else we're looking good on. We should get these two guys. We are climbing the board on James Gee. Texas took their scholarship off of him. So it's just us and Washington. Washington's got a week 2 visit. We've got a week 3. That's decent. We'll see what happens there. Alani Reddick should hopefully commit. LSU took their scholarship off. Antoine Parker, we're climbing. I should probably switch to a hard sell at this point because we know 2 out of the 3. It's probably going to be this one, Aspirational Goals, and that's a pretty good one to sell. It's one of our better ones, so that is useful. Pitt doesn't have a scholarship on him either. Andres Funk we're going to get. Frederick Mallory is a weird one because he might just commit to LSU, and our hard sell's not great. I'm going to try it, but the hard sell is not really that good for Mallory. It's a B plus, a B minus, and an A. That might be better than just straight up send the house, but LSU's influence is crazy, so they might just get Mallory. Marquise Byler, we're actually dropping on. Wow, okay. We gained a lot of influence, but we're actually dropping on him. I think I'm going to schedule him. This might be a little risky, but he's got a complimentary with the wide receiver, Alani Reddick. I may schedule him there for week 2 and see if that can change things. Marco DeMarco is a crazy name, and I kind of want him, but we got a long battle for him. Nico Jones, we also got a long battle for. These portal guys is going to take a while. It's going to take some hard doing to get these guys. Jason Dobbins, I'm not going to schedule a visit for him right now. But Jordan Davidson, probably should schedule a visit. Jordan Crawford definitely needs to schedule a visit. We're going to do probably a week 4. Try to get him solidified there. I can also maybe sell. I'll wait another week on hard sell for him. Jabori Antoine, UCLA's influence is insane. Not UCLA, USC is what I meant. That's an insane amount of influence for him. We're in first for all these other guys, but this is where it gets tricky. This is where you need to be an expert recruiter, and that's just not really what I'm good at. At least not in this game. Last year, I felt like I was pretty good at it, but I feel like they made it a little bit more difficult in this game. I don't want to go crazy on scheduling visits because I might need those a little bit later on for some of the guys that haven't fully gotten to their top 5 just yet. So I may schedule a couple of visits. Jordan Davis. I don't think Jordan Davis is going to need one, at least not right now. Brett Lockhart doesn't need a visit. I may just leave it where it is, and we see what happens. Week 3 is all booked up, unfortunately. That would have been really nice for the complimentaries for Ryan Sharp, but I may leave it here and see what we do in week 3. I don't know if I'm going to get some of these guys. Some of them may choose other places. We do get somebody. It is Alani Reddick. I kind of assumed that was going to happen. Marquise Byler locked us out, and DeMarco locked us out. Both of the quarterbacks I was liking out of the portal locked me out. Even with the visit, he locked me out. Alani Reddick commits, which is nice. Oh, but unfortunately we lose out on 2 quarterbacks. Marquise Byler locked us out. Marco DeMarco would have been a crazy name, too. He locked us out. We're still going to get Andres Funk, so we're going to have at least another quarterback added to the board. Or added to the team. But I think now I got to add another quarterback to this board. Is there any quarterback? There's a dual threat George Snelson. I feel like I remember recruiting him. That name sounds really familiar. Out of the top quarterbacks left, there's not really anyone left that wants to come play for me, that's for sure. The first quarterback on the that's available is Devon Dugans, who is a pure runner, which is nice. I gotta find a quarterback that has some scrambling ability other than Andres Funk. I got to. I just have to. That's my whole play style, so I gotta find somebody. Let's scout these guys and see what they got. Devon Dugans, please have some sort of speed that I can work with. 89 speed's not bad. Bryce Saylor, 83 speed. He does have decent accuracies though. Devon Dugans is not a great thrower of the football, I'll say that much. But 89 speed, 90 excel is something I can work with. I think he might be the guy we go after. We're gonna send the house on Devon Dugans. See, nobody's even going after him. Same thing for Bryce Saylor. Oh, he's got decent accuracies. There could be something here with Bryce. I may offer him a scholarship and put like 25 hours on him. I don't want to go too heavy. He may just commit anyway. Andrew Barker, we're going to get. Kamani Big Hill, I would like. I can get him on a week 4. Penn State's making a big push. They did pass us. Ooh, that's going to be tough. We're going to get Brett Lockhart as well. We're going to get Jeff Overton. Jabori Antoine is a really tough one. USC is not scheduled to visit. He doesn't like proximity to home because he's from Louisiana. That's what we suffered with against Theo Graves as well. His deal breaker's playing style. That's a B plus. I guess that's what we can sell him on. I mean, the hard sell might not be really that better than a send the house. I guess we'll figure out what it exactly is. It is going to be probably team player, which is a B minus, a B plus, and a C. Is that much better than a send the house? I don't know if it is. We might just not get him anyway. USC's got pretty good influence on him. I think I need to switch to a hard sell on Jordan Crawford. He likes playing style, so we know he likes playing style, and he likes conference prestige. So it could be gamer. It also could be standard bearer. I hope it's standard bearer, and I think I have to take a risk, and I think I have to pick standard bearer. We could be wrong and sell the wrong thing, but Penn State's going to win if we don't. So we have to choose that pretty well. Jordan Davidson, we probably should give up on. No, I can't say that. We can't give up on him. He does get a complimentary with the guard, so we can use that. We can sell him on that. We can also switch to a hard sell. And we know he likes brand exposure. He likes playing time, and he probably likes championship contender as well. Let me see if there's any other that match up. Ooh, it could be football influencer. They're both pretty good. We both have all A's in what he likes, which is promising. But I'm going to guess it's primetime player. That could be wrong. I hope it doesn't hurt us. It probably will, though. Martin Jordan is a tough one. We have no more visits available. He's the #1 player in right tackle in the portal. And I don't know what happens with him. Coach Prestige he likes, so we know he likes proximity to home and Coach Prestige. So it's student of the game. I don't know if I've ever seen a student of the game one. Coach Connection also could be one. Some of these are insanely weird. I've never seen anybody choose student of the game as their hard sell. Or, to be fair, Coach Connection either. But it's got to be one of those two, right? I'm going to guess Coach Connection? I don't know, man. That could be wrong. And that might end up losing us the battle if it is wrong. Jason Dobbins, USC is making a big push again. Excuse me. They're making a big push. But hopefully not too big of a push. I'm hoping that we are better. Selling the right thing. What about Ryan Sharp? Alabama's got a big influence on him. We might lose out on him. Nico Jones. We still don't know enough information about him. Frederick Mallory. This is going to be a big week to simulate because he didn't choose LSU after the week 2 visit, so we got to take advantage of that. Funk is going to come here. Antoine Parker, this is a good sign because we have the week 3 visit, so we'll see what happens there. James Gee, ugh, I don't know. We're going to get those guys. John Toomer we got passed on because our hard sell is just not very good, but there's nothing really I can do about it. Togiai and Peters haven't done anything else. I don't know, man. It's coming down to the wire on some of these guys. I have no idea where it's going to go. I have no idea where it's going to go. We got somebody else. We got Glenn Lett. That's not a shock. We got Brett Lockhart. Also not a shock. Nico Jones locked us out. Ryan Sharp chose Alabama. Two guys I kind of thought we were going to lose. That's a little disappointing. But we just didn't have the stuff. They completely destroyed us in influence. They completely destroyed us in influence. So we will take those guys off the board. Nico Jones gone. Sharp is gone. Wow. Even with the week 3 visit, Frederick Mallory is not coming to us. Another recruit we're going to lose to LSU. We just can't compete with LSU's recruiting. They just are better than us at recruiting. Antoine Parker, we jumped into the lead for. We forced a recruiting battle and jumped into the lead for James Gee. That's a good sign. We're still second for John Toomer, and he's on campus for Florida State. He's probably going to Florida State. We haven't moved on either of these guys, so I don't know what to do with them. I guess just see what happens. Jabori Antoine, I don't like the hard sell for him. Kamani Big Hill, I got a hard sell. I got a hard sell. We're coming down to the wire. We are coming down to the wire for these guys. So we'll switch on that. Barker we're going to get. Dugans we're going to get. Saylor we're going to get as well. But we have 2 spots that just opened up. And we need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of stuff, as you can see. We probably need corner, don't we? Although corner says we're good on. Deuce Knight's going to Tennessee, it looks like. Are there any more top portal prospects that are available? There's another wide receiver. I don't think we need a wide receiver, even though he's a freshman. J. Caden Ferguson, who's a real guy. He's interested in coming play for us. You know, I might toss him on the board just because we could sneak him in. And then Drew Pope. I don't think we can sneak into that, unfortunately. I would like to bring in another corner, though, if I can. David Webb. Rico Boykins, Eric Sweet. Can I jump in 1 week on Drew Pope? I don't think I can. I think it's going to have to be a guy that we at least have a little bit of a better chance at getting. I don't know if there's anybody here that we do have a chance at getting. Maybe Greg Ivy or Saxton Sachanik is a crazy name. 6'2", 190. Let me toss Greg Ivy on the board. Let me toss Greg Ivy on the board. So J. Caden Ferguson, is he worth it? I mean, he looks like he could be worth it for a 1-year rental. He could certainly be worth it. And then Greg Ivy, I didn't mean to offer him a scholarship, but hopefully he's worth it. I mean, for a guy that's going to be a junior, I don't know if these numbers are really that good. I may look for somebody else. I was kind of hoping, I mean, he's going to be a junior when he gets on campus. I was kind of hoping those numbers would be a little bit better. Let me toss Drew Pope on the board and see what we're working with Drew Pope. 99 change of direction. Okay. These numbers are what I'm talking about. Now, the only problem is we're really far behind and we only have 1 week left. So we kind of have to guess on what he likes. Most of the time, they're going to like aspirational goals. I'm going to throw everything I can at Drew Pope, except for a visit. I think it might be a little too late, though, for getting him. But we'll try. This is where we leave the portal. Although, I think I might take Martin Jordan off. Is there any way? Oh, we guessed wrong. We guessed wrong on it. So that means that it is... Which one is it? Was it one of these two? Oh, that's right. It was one of these two. So it wasn't Coach Connection. It was probably Student of the Game, which is still not a great sell, but... Should I take him off the board and put another corner on the board? I should probably take Maller off the board. You know what? Let me take Frederick Maller off the board. We're just not going to get him. LSU's clearly winning that one. These ones are all weird. I have no idea what's going to happen there. Martin Jordan, I don't know. Jabari Antoine is coming on campus. But USC might have it already in the bag. The hard sell has a C as part of it. I don't think that's really that good. A B minus, a B plus, and a C, I just don't think is better than a send the house. We might just lose him anyway. We're trying so hard on Kamani Big Hill. We still don't know if we're guessing the right or selling the right thing. I've got one more spot open for something. It says we need outside linebacker. Are there any portal outside linebackers? Deo Hampton and Nelson Woods. We also have pipelines for these. I guess I'll add Deo Hampton to the board and toss some hours on him. He's not even getting recruited. All right, well, that's everything I can really do. I can't schedule a visit for anybody. Let's move to the results. This is week 4 of 4. We will see what happens. Who are we going to get? Who are we not going to get? I don't think we're going to get Drew Pope. I think we found him too late. We do get Jordan Crawford. We do get Vince Peters, who's a high school 5-star. We get D'Angelo Joe. We get James Gee. That's a big one. J. Caden Ferguson commits. Jordan Davidson commits. Another running back. Jeff Overton. So a couple of running backs in the portal. Jason Dobbins. We brought in a lot of wide receivers. Antoine Parker, we actually held on to. Andres Funk, we knew we were going to get. Andrew Barker. I'm not seeing those other 5-stars, which makes me a little bit worried we didn't get them. Devin Dugans commits. Deo Hampton commits. Bryce Saylor. And that is everybody. Wow. Big Hill didn't choose us. Ah! Jordan, I should have taken off the board. I kind of knew we weren't going to get him, but I was stubborn. That's a little depressing, not getting some of those guys in the end. So, Drew Pope, we got in too late on him. He would have been a freak to add. Big Hill chose Penn State. Antoine chose USC. Jordan chose Florida State. Toomer chose Florida State. That was always going to happen, I think. And then Togai chose USC. I just couldn't do anything. We were in a recruiting battle, and there was nothing I could do to pass USC. So we ended up getting him. But we did pull in one extra 5-star at the buzzer, which is pretty sick. One extra 5-star at the buzzer. Our class finishes as the #1 class in the country. 5 5-stars, 16 4-stars, and 8 3-stars is a beautiful class. I will take that. So let's take a look at final depth traits for everybody. We already saw these guys, but I'll refresh you with what their depth traits are. Elite Dev for Sean Washington, the #3 player in the class. We have Star Dev for the new addition, Vince Peters. Star Dev for Damian Foster. Star for Dion Cormier. Star for Sean Gray. Impact for Marquise Sharga. Elite Dev for the running back Christian Hape. Hakeem Arororo has normal. Bobby Dennis has normal. Normal for Alani Reddick. Here's the guys that we don't know about. Well, some of them we don't know about. Seth Gammon, impact. Impact from Muhammad Littlejohn. Alex Siegel has impact. Impact from Montreal Bretts. And now's the new guys. Brett Lockhart has normal. Normal for Glenn Lett. Star for D'Angelo Joe. James Gee has normal. Star for Antoine Parker. Impact for Andres Funk, which is kind of interesting. Jason Dobbins has star. Impact for Jordan Davidson. Impact for Jordan Crawford. And for Jeff Overton. Normal for Andrew Barker. Impact for Devin Dugans. Star for Bryce Saylor is intriguing. Star for Jakaden Ferguson. And impact for Deo Hampton. So a couple of elite devs, but nobody elite that we recruited in this offseason. A very interesting portal. I will say that much. Very interesting portal. Where does that leave the roster? At quarterback, Tanner Applewhite is the clear starter, at least overall wise. Athletically, he's not the clear starter. 89 speed, 90 excel for Devin Dugans may tell me otherwise. Quarterback is a weird spot. I really wish we had Theo Graves. At running back, Jordan Davidson and Jeff Overton surpassed Greg Ard immediately, which is very interesting. I like the running back depth that we have. At fullback, at wide receiver, we have Jason Dobbins, Jakaden Ferguson. So it was a good thing that we brought in Jakaden Ferguson. Muhammad Littlejohn comes in immediately with 94 speed, 93 excel, 76 overall. Alani Coleman and Alani Reddick. I'm going to screw those names up. And then Glenn Lett. The receiver position's weird, but I think I like it. We have a good amount of speed. At tight end, we've got Isaiah Butler Tanner, but I don't really like him that much. We still got Marquise Springs, Andrew Barker. Tight end position is old. Really old. We have 4 senior red shirts. But we have Aroa and Kyle Griggs. At left tackle, we've still got Istander. We've got Gammon. We're good there. We've got TJ Dixon Jordan at left guard with Madden and Brewster III. Center, we've got Spanspawn, Bryce Davis, and Montrell Brents. Right guard, Devin Harper. I'm really curious to see what training does for these guys. Dion Cormier is going to start right away at right tackle. Very cool. Very, very cool. And then J.J. Dodge at edge, along with Thomas Hyman, Jared Touré, and Heath Bentley. I'm not sold on any of these guys right now. At right edge, we have Wayne Bostic, who I'm clearly sold on. Forrest Tatum, maybe I move Forrest Tatum or Damian Foster to left edge, because I'm not super sold on any of these guys. So I think I might move Forrest Tatum to left edge. Forrest Tatum, I think, is a 5-star as well. So he might just start over J.J. Dodge, regardless of what training does for him. And then at D-tackle, we bring in Jordan Crawford, which is cool. And then a couple of young guys in James Gee, who I like, Siegel, who I like, and then obviously Vince Murphy from last year. We'll see what happens with them. Sam linebacker, Nazir Wormley is hopefully going to get some reps. We've got Roderick Hicks still here. Obviously, Sean Washington's a freak. Maybe Sean Washington starts over Nazir Wormley. I'm not sure. And then Vernie Woolihan and Cam Pruitt are beasts. I forgot that Cam stayed around. That's right. Well, Cam's got to get on the field, but he can't get past Woolihan. He's not going to start over Roderick Hicks. I got to move him to Sam. Cam Pruitt's going to move to Sam linebacker so he can start. Because he's not starting over Woolihan. Woolihan's got to play. That's just a guarantee. And then at corner, I mean, our number one corner is the 5-star who we brought in the buzzer. Then we've got Ahmad Tolbert. He's going to be a beast. Ahmad Tolbert, Spencer Casey, Marquise Sharga. We got a young cornerback room. We got a couple of senior, well, one senior in PJ Burney, but it's a young cornerback room, and it's fairly fast. Well, not actually that fast. I saw the 95 speed, and I thought it was faster than that. Steve Henley's a beast. I feel okay at safety right now. Kevin Magnifico is fine as the backup. And then obviously we got Jeremiah Wolf at strong safety. We're gonna have to recruit some safeties in the portal or in the off season. Kicker is a senior punter. We have one guy who I think is a running back, right? Ooh, he can actually play linebacker. He's a better linebacker than he is a running back. Very interesting. D'Angelo Joe, I think, was a gem as well. He's a 74 overall running back, but we have fairly good depth at running back. I wouldn't mind. He's 5'11", 233. He's not really a safety. I wouldn't mind throwing him at linebacker and seeing what he can do. You know what? Let's put D'Angelo Joe at linebacker. Have a running back type of speed at linebacker. Could be pretty nice. That gives him... Wait, where did I put him? Did I put him at will? Oh, here he is. 86 speed at linebacker is pretty good. Although Dio Hampton has 88. We'll see how that plays out. He might not stay there his entire career, but for right now, that's where we're going to have him. The quarterback position's weird. I will say that much. The quarterback position is weird. I don't know where we go with that. I don't think I'm going to change any other positions. I think we're fine with the positions we have. So we are going to move on to training. Is this the series that I have the auto training on? I can't remember. Training results. I guess we'll find out. Yes, I have it on. Okay, so Vernon Woollyhan moves up to a 96 overall. What a beast. At quarterback, Dugans goes up to a 79. Applewhite stays. Is he capped? Is that why he didn't go up? He's got 39 skill points still left. Oh, he's fully capped here. And then I'm assuming he can't get any more. Yeah, he can't get it. So, unfortunately, Applewhite will have to stay at an 88. Very interesting. +4 speed for Bryce Saylor goes up to an 87. I don't think Applewhite starts. I know that might sound a little weird because he's got 98 throw power and his accuracies are all pretty good. I may start Bryce Saylor, which is weird because I didn't think I liked him that much, but I don't know. I don't know what I do. I just don't feel confident with the lack of speed of Tanner Applewhite. He may have a great arm and he might be a great thrower of the football, but I'm not a great thrower of the football. I need to have a scrambler. I need to have that safety blanket. So it might be Dugans or Saylor as one of the two guys. At running back, a +3 for Jordan Davidson, +2 for Overton. Ard goes up to an 85. That's good to see. +4 speed for Jeff Overton. Puts him at a 96, and then +4 puts him at a 98 acceleration. That's kind of insane. I'll take that all day. At wide receiver, Jason Dobbins goes up to a 90. Ferguson's an 87. Buck's at +8. Oh my God, Dion Buck. He got +2 to speed, which is sick. Alani Coleman did well, but 84 overall for Dion Buck. I'm very excited about that. Tight end, I don't like Butler Tanner. It's like it's a speed thing again. He just doesn't get open fast enough. I don't really vibe with him that much. It's Danner's a 87 now. That's good to see. Garrison Spanspawn is a 86. Harper's an 83. These guys don't matter that much because the freshman's going to start over him. Forrest Tatum goes up to an 83. He passes Thomas Hyman and J.J. Dodge, who must be capped because he has 64 unspent skill points. Oh, yeah, he's fully capped. He is fully capped, which means Forrest Tatum, he was always going to start over him, and now he definitely is going to start over him. So congratulations to him. And, I mean, Thomas Hyman's also a good player. So I have a feeling our edge rushing duo is going to be fantastic because Wayne Bostic up 4 to an 87. He is a monster. Very excited. Crawford up 3 to a 91. Vince Murphy's looking good. He went up +7. That's right. Vince Murphy has elite dev. I forgot about that. +7 for Vince Murphy as a freshman redshirt. Talk about monsters. I forgot all about Vince Murphy having elite dev. That's crazy. Sam linebacker, we know Pruitt went up to a 93. Nazir Wormley only goes up 1. Roderick Hicks up 2. That's good to see, but he only has normal dev. Max Shea gets +2. I like our linebacking room, though. +6 for Vernon Woollyhan. This guy is a freak. He's so good. Muma has +4. We got a really good 1-2 punch right there, but Vernon Woollyhan, I think I said this in one of the previous videos. Vernon Woollyhan has a chance to be the best player in team history when it's all said and done. That's how good he is. At corner, +2 to the speed for Zachary Bloom, but he's a senior, unfortunately. None of the younger guys get +to any speed. I am excited about these guys, though, but The depth traits we haven't hit very well on the cornerback room. Free safety, Steve Henley goes up +8. He gets +5 speed, making him a 97 speed player at free safety. He's also got bronze house call, bronze robber, silver legion. This dude's fantastic. Jeremiah Wolf up to an 84. Bentley Richmond's up to a 79. And then up to for Eric Ty. But some insane upgrades. But I think the most insane decision we have to make is who is our starting quarterback headed into year 5. Is it Devon Dugans? Is it Bryce Saylor? Is it Tanner Applewhite? I don't know if it can be. Is it Udo Kongbo? Probably not. But it's I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. It is a very intriguing season. That is for sure. So custom conferences, the last thing we're going to do in this video is move out of the ACC and move to the Big 12. We will have new competition. We will have teams like Baylor, who are ranked highly, TCU, Nebraska just got a new coach, Arizona State's in the top 10. We will also have to move Maryland to the Big 12 so we can play them every year. And then we will have to move... Do we have to move anybody else? No, because we'll still schedule Penn State like we always do. And we will schedule regular Delaware. So we'll have our rivals. And Temple, obviously. But Temple never moved out of the American, did they? No, they're still in the American. All right, do we want to see some promotion relegation? Who is coming up to the ACC from the American? Who had the best season? Memphis had a 10-win season, but Tulane had a 12-win season, so it looks like Tulane is an ACC team this year. Good for them. What about dropping down to the American? We've got a 4-win California team. We've got a 3-win Georgia Tech team and a 3-win NC State team. A 3-win Virginia team. So a couple of 3-win programs. Who's got the lowest overall? I guess that'll be my deal breaker. It is actually Virginia? Yeah, it looks like it's Virginia. So they're going to the American. Sorry, Virginia. Sucks to suck, but you do suck. In the Big Ten, who's going down to the MAC? Probably Central Michigan. They had 3 wins. Oh, Rutgers had 2. Oh, Rutgers, I feel bad for you, but no, I don't. You suck. You go to the MAC. Who's coming up? A 9-win Miami of Ohio team look like they get up. Although there's a couple 9-win teams. BG has a higher overall, so they get the advantage. Yep, Bowling, and they had a better conference record, so Bowling Green will play Big Ten football next year. Man, look at Central Michigan just surviving by the skin of their teeth, man. Just because Rutgers just happened to be 1 loss worse. In the Big 12, who's going down to the Conference USA? We got a 4-win team. We got a couple 4-win teams. Cincinnati has a 69. Nice. And then Texas Tech has a 70. So that means Cincinnati will go to Conference USA. Is Kansas moving up? I don't know. They might be. 12 wins is probably going to be the best in the conference, and it clearly is. So Kansas, they also went undefeated in the conference as well. No surprise, really. But they will get to play Big 12 football again next year. As far as the Mountain West and the Pac-12 go, who had a good season over here? Or who had a bad season, actually, over here? Oh, wait, no. The Pac-12 is the higher of the two. At least that's what I... Are they the higher of the two? Yeah, we'll say that they're the higher of the two. So the Mountain West is the promotion. So who had the best record? It looks like it's going to be San Diego State with 12 wins. Yeah, San Diego State with 12 wins goes to play Pac-12 football. Who is coming down? It looks like it's going to be Arizona, although Washington State also had 3 wins. And it looks like Washington State has the worst record, so they're going to go play Mountain West football. Sorry, Washington State. And then in the SEC, who's going down? It's going down. Who's going down? South Carolina had 3 wins. They have a 74 overall. And it looks like they had the worst amount of wins. So South Carolina is going to play Sun Belt football. That hurts me as I'm doing a South Carolina rebuild or dynasty. But who gets to come up? UL Monroe with 11 wins? No, Southern Miss had 12 wins. Yeah, that's going to be it. Southern Miss will play SEC football. They simulate pretty well. I think they went up in my South Carolina dynasty. What'd that say? Oh, I think I have to move them over here. Team is already in the Sun Belt. I can't switch the conferences. Hold on. Let me move South Carolina back up to the SEC and then move them back down, but choose over here so that I can move Southern Miss. Does that work now? Divisions from the Conference Sun Belt have maximum size difference of 1. I don't know what that means. Let me turn divisions off so I can move them. Okay, there we go. I turned divisions off. Can I turn divisions off on back again? Will it work? Okay, so that works. I don't know what happened there, but it worked. So now that is promotion relegation for this season. Some fun teams got added to different conferences. Bowling Green and Central Michigan being in the Big Ten is kind of hilarious. But you know what? They weren't worse than Rutgers. And then we move into the Big 12 out of the ACC. We brought Maryland with us. And also Kansas came back up. So good for them. But this is most likely our conference schedule. Probably TCU is going to be on it. We're going to have some fun teams. But obviously, we know that we got to get Maryland, we got to get Penn State, we got to get Temple, and obviously regular Delaware. And I need to make sure the ACC, American, Big 12. Okay, so let me make sure that the Big 12 has protected opponents correct. Protected opponents. Who are our protected opponents going to be? Definitely Maryland. But I don't think we have any other rivals. So at least not in the Big 12. So who do we want to guarantee to play? I guess playing Kansas could be fun, but also playing Arizona State could be fun, or just playing TCU. I guess they're already protected. So you know what? Let's regenerate this. No, I don't want to do that actually. Let me just give Kansas some opponents. Oh, never mind. I might have to just let me complete. Protected bonus complete. Command has been successful. So who'd Kansas get? They didn't get anybody. I don't know. Some of the stuff it gets confused after a while. So let me just do that. Did that work? I would assume that it did. If I go back to protected opponents. So they have us playing Arizona State and BYU. So we need to switch that to Maryland. So let me switch that with Maryland. Is that going to work? Okay, it worked. Perfect. So now we have Maryland and BYU. I don't hate that, I guess, but I could switch it to TCU again if we really wanted to. Or I could switch it to... Who do we really want to play? I guess just TCU since we already had them. So Maryland and TCU will be my 2 protected opponents this year. That's fine. Totally good. And then we have encouraged transfers. Do we have too many people on roster? Yes, we have 89 out of 85. I guess I've kind of gone a little wild, to be fair. So who's going to get the cut? Who's going to get the cut? Probably nobody like this. Maybe a tight end, although I can't... can I cut Butler Tanner? I feel like that's a little disrespectful, but... I'll save him for last if I need another guy. I may cut a right tackle, though. Or a right guard, I mean. And it might be Craig Ritchie. He's a junior redshirt. He's a 61 speed type of guard. I can't really work with that. Although Daryl Roth also has 61 speed. But he's an 80 overall as a sophomore. I think it makes more sense to cut Craig Ritchie. So Craig Ritchie's gone. Right tackle's probably going to stay. We've got left edge. D tackle Hargrave. Terrell Hargrave, does he stay? Siegel probably... Siegel and Gee probably take red shirts this year, so I think Hargrave should have to stay. Jamin Jones is a senior, 80 speed. It's tricky because I don't really know who I don't want. Sabian Anderson, I think, gets cut, even though he's a senior redshirt. He gets cut. Two more people. We probably have to cut a corner, and maybe it's Quentin Moncrief. His proximity to home deal breaker. He's from Illinois. So I think I'm just going to cut bait with him anyway. He's only got 86 speed. That leaves one more player to get cut, and I think it's going to be Butler Tanner, annoyingly. Although Seth Pickett fits that as well, doesn't he? He's a senior. He's never going to play. I think Seth Pickett gets cut. So Isaiah Butler Tanner survives. I could cut him, but he's a senior. I might as well just keep him on the team, man. He survives. He got lucky. He got lucky. Let's move to the preseason where I'll get the schedule all set up. I'll get the recruits on the board to start the season, and I'll get the red shirts all ready to go for the start of next episode, the start of season number 5, the first season where we don't have any originals from year 1. They're all gone now between season 4 and season 3 and season 4. They're all gone now. And that's going to do it for me in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.